TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
Welcome to another edition of Bloomsburg Hockey. It's the Bloomsburg Huskies taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions of Berks. Corey Ibe alongside me, Jake Mills. Jake, it's senior night here.
Yes, it
in
is.
the
We're
Toyota
getting
Sportsplex
underway shortly. That's going to be the beginning of our broadcast and game here today, the senior night festivities. We have 4 seniors, and they'll be taking the ice with their parents. Here we go.
Number 88, from Wallen, Pennsylvania. A left-wing major in sports management, he plans to work in sales and marketing for an NHL team. His favorite memories are the bus rides with the fellas. Next up, taking the ice is number 16, from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. A center majoring in professional sales and marketing. He plans to pursue a career in medical device sales. His favorite memories are bus rides with the boys and blasting music outside the hockey house. Next up, taking the ice is number 10, Joe West from Langston, Pennsylvania. A marketing major, he plans to secure an internship with Home Depot's marketing department. His favorite memories are hitting the bars for all the boys' 21st birthday, and the unforgettable bus rides. Next up, taking the ice is number 93, Zach Getz from Oxford, New Jersey. A winger majoring in business management, he plans to run his own brewery. His favorite memories are kicking back for a couple of stews with the fellas on the bus rides home. Can I get one more round of applause for all the seniors tonight?
So there you have it, Jake. Senior night festivities. Man, just once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm sure it's a pleasure for those kids to have been part of a program and, be with these guys for 4 years or however long they've been playing, and great way to honor them here.
And not only do these celebrations, aren't they a great thing and kind of boost the team morale as well? I mean, banding around the guys, we want to get this win as, again, their last home game is on the 21st at Mohegan Sun Arena.
That's a special announcement that we have here, guys. We'll do it right off the bat. The last game of the season for the Huskies will be played at the Mohegan Arena in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, home of the Wilkes-Barre Penguins versus Kutztown on Saturday, February 21st at 1 p.m. So, great way to end, regular season-wise, end your hockey career here at Bloomsburg. Not counting playoffs, obviously, but being able to play in the arena like that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and even playing at the Toyota Sportsplex too, where the baby Pens practice,
still
just a
great
experience.
Yes.
So the Huskies, 5-4 coming into this game. They play Penn State Berks team 0-4, still looking for their first win.
Yeah.
This is their 4th straight road game for Penn State. For Bloomsburg, had a home and home against Millersville, lost that first game on the road 9-3, able to come back that next game, get an 8-6 win. What do they need to do tonight to make it 2 straight wins against a Penn State team searching for their first win?
Yeah, so obviously Penn State Berks, they've only played 4 games. They haven't won one yet, so they're going to be hungry for a win, and they're going to be looking to spoil the senior night game. And if you're Bloomsburg, you got to keep that same energy you had last week, because that was a big thing for them that I saw, energy. That was a huge thing for the Huskies. Something they, really didn't have much at all up until that point. They came out with fire, and they really they put on a good showing, and they controlled the puck in the neutral zone very nicely as well. Millersville, though, they did kind of find their way a little bit towards the end. The final score was 8-6. They did have a pretty decent-sized lead. The Huskies did at one point. So if you're Bloomsburg, just keep that same energy, keep the morale high. It's senior night. You've got a lot of energy, I'm sure. The boys are riled up, I'm sure. But Penn State Berks, they're looking for their first win. They're hungry as can be, I'm sure.
Hey, for Bloomsburg, I mean, you're putting up so far through 9 games, almost 6 goals a game. They've looked very good offensively. And it showed that last game against Millersville, outshooting them 84-55. And it's time to look at some of the players on Bloomsburg we want to watch for. I think, without a doubt, of course, it's Gavin Weisgable.
I mean, we've
talked about him so much every
week
year.
in and week out. It's Gavin Weisgable, man. He's impressive. He just scores goals. That's one of those guys you do not want in front of the net ever.
Yeah, I mean, last game against Millersville, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points. I mean,
that's incredible. His
5th hat trick of the year. It's ridiculous, the numbers that he's putting up.
Yeah.
And, leading Bloomsburg in goals and points this year. Also, of course, Nathan Wolsifer, he had no goals, but 4 assists. I mean, we've been saying that all year. He's got 18 assists on the year. He's been sharing the puck.
Yeah.
And he's been giving Bloomsburg opportunities to score left and right.
Right, yeah, no, Wolsifer's a guy, I mean, he does have a good amount of goals on the year. He's a goal scorer as well. He's another guy that scores a lot for this team, but he's also, like you said, a guy who's there to make the play. So, 18 assists, you said, right? Yeah, so, that doesn't shock me at all because he's in there making plays.
And you look at Penn State Berks, they've only played 4 games. Not a lot of offense, just 3.75 goals a game. Their goaltending has given up about 9 a game, but they do have a weapon in Jimmy Baker, who's got 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points. Bloomsburg definitely wants to shut him down tonight because he can be a sneaky goal scorer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the guys, that's a small roster for Penn State Berks, and I'm sure Penn State Berks being a smaller school as is, probably hard to get numbers, and you're working with what you have, and maybe, you have some scheduling conflicts, I'm sure, only being able to play 4 games. But Jimmy Baker's been one of those guys that I noticed on the stat sheet that's, been a bright spot for them despite not having won a game yet. He's been scoring a lot and making some plays.
With it being senior night, I think it's a good thing to talk about these 4 seniors and how they played last game. I mean, Zach Getz, last game, a goal, 2 assists, and 3 points, had a great game. Darren Cardone had an assist, had a point. Carter Bandix didn't get a point, but still 3 points on the year. I mean, when the vibes are high on senior night, some of these guys, they might be, they'll feel the energy, the excitement, and I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up a point or 2, a few goals.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and I'm sure Coach Elkins and Coach Jones are going to be trying to get those guys some decent time on the ice tonight as well. It being their last realistic home game, like their actual home game at the Toyota Sportsplex as a Bloomsburg Husky. So I'm sure they'll be getting some more minutes than we usually see guys like Carter Bandix and Cordone.
And another guy I do want to see, Joe West, he only has 1 assist this season, but if you want to run up the stat sheet, kind of stat pad the resume a little bit, I think this is a good game to do it also on senior
absolutely.
night.
Absolutely, as a senior, and he's a defenseman too, so, you're not going to see a ton of pretty stats from him. He's one of those guys, and, Trent Winters, even though he's a forward, he still plays like a defenseman because he was a defenseman his first year here at Bloomsburg and his time in high school as well, I know. So he switched over to forward for the Huskies, and he still plays like a defenseman. Very similar play styles to Joe West. Very similar play style to Joe West, making those plays, little poke check, hitting guys along the board, setting up those goal scorers like Weisgable and Wolsifer, set them up nicely to make plays.
Now, while it's kind of been a rocky 5 games for Bloomsburg, they have pulled away with some wins. I think one of my keys to the game, no pun intended, is Tyler Keys. I think he's got to tighten up the goaltending. 4-4 on the year with a 9.16 goals against average. I think, for his seniors and for the boys, for the rest of the team, I think really wants to play rock solid tonight and get this win, because while they're winning, Lafayette, we had that barn burner where the Leopards almost came back. That he gave up 7 that game. The 2 games ago against Millersville gave up 9. The win last game gave up 6. I think if you're Tyler Keys, you definitely want to be in the right headspace and you want to play some good goaltending tonight.
Absolutely, right. And I've said this in streams past, and it's been kind of a thing this year. The Huskies need to control the puck a little bit better in the neutral zone to allow Keys to play to his full strength, because in that game against Millersville, the Huskies really controlled the puck in the neutral zone, and it gave Keys some time off. He's not taking 40 shots in a period.
Yeah.
So when you allow that to happen, Keys is going to play great. That's the thing with him. You got to allow Keys to play his game, and that falls on the skaters out there controlling the puck in the neutral zone, which they've struggled with. I mean, you look. I always go back to that game against Bucknell. They lost 19-2, and they were outshot 107-30. So I forget the exact number, but I know it was 100. They allowed 100 shots to Bloomsburg's 30 in the 30 range. So when you don't let that happen, Tyler Keys makes some really nice plays.
And as for the Nittany Lions, they got another goaltender that hasn't started the season well. Leo Johnson has yet to get a win, as a goals against of roughly about the same, maybe a little bit higher, about 9.3. So he's another guy. Last game yesterday against Gettysburg, we saw Penn State go down 17-8, gave up 17 goals. He's definitely has to tighten up. Keys has been fine, but if you're Penn State, especially the morale is low, you're 0-4, he's got to be a brick wall tonight against this Bloomsburg offense that could easily get you 5, 6, 7, even 8 goals in a game.
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing for them. And, they need to tighten that up, because 17 goals is quite a bit. That's something you don't want to happen ever.
Well, before this game starts, as always here from TJ Productions, we want to thank the Toyota Sportsplex for having us here and allowing us to do our broadcast. It's a great venue. They do a great job holding these club hockey games, especially for Bloomsburg, so shout out to them. And anything else you want to say to the Toyota Sportsplex, Jake?
Yeah, we really appreciate, not just, allowing these games to happen, but the hospitality from the broadcast perspective. I mean, it's a great facility. It's the home to, a AAA hockey team's practice facility. Wilkes-Barre plays here, Misericordia plays here. It's a great facility used by a lot of teams. It has a lot of use, and they really maintain it well.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we're about to have the national anthem. The Bloomsburg Huskies, 5-4, taking on the Penn State Berks Nittany Lions, who are 0-4. Bloomsburg senior night here at home, and this should be a good one. We'll see if the Huskies can get away with a win, as the buzzer will sound, and we're going to get ready for the opening face-off. And first, hopefully in a few seconds to a minute, our national anthem. right, and the faceoff just underway. It's again Bloomsburg, senior night, looking to get the win. And looks like our starting goaltender, Leo Johnson for Penn State. And of course, for the Huskies, Tyler Keys. As both of these goaltenders looking to have a good performance tonight. Obviously,
Yes.
Keys getting a win in his last game. Johnson looking for his first win of the year.
Yeah, and the whole team.
Yes, as a whole, yes.
Team as a whole looking to get themselves a W this year. And let's see if they can spoil the senior night here for the Huskies.
If you're the Huskies, we don't want to see that happen.
No.
We want to see a W tonight for our seniors. I think the team is going to do everything they can to make that happen.
Absolutely.
As puck drop just underway.
That was correct. We have all seniors out there on the line.
Face off. It is won by the Huskies, and away we go here at the Toyota Sportsplex. Trying to get it was Contardi, went over his stick. And Joe West, and as you said, Jake, the senior, on the ice. Taking it now with Zima, and they'll send it around. Keys gets it with the stick. And they'll send it around to Contardi. Fighting for it there is Lentz. Lentz gets it. One-timer and fanned on it. Good opportunity for the Nittany Lions. And pass a little ahead of Getz. Here comes Dylan Strunk for the Nittany Lions. Trying to get out of the zone. Still there. Puck loose. They still keep it in. That's on net, deflected, and a good save by Johnson. He's able to kick it out. West puts it on point. That's deflected. Another save by Johnson. Still loose in front, and finally the Nittany Lions get it out. And they skate in the neutral zone. Here's Brill. Evan Brill. Sends it as West, but fanned on it. Deeks around his Lentz. West lost an edge. That goes by Keys. Trying to get out of the zone. He can't. Sends it around. Behind Keys is Contardi. Contardi off the end boards. Up in the air. It's gloved by West. Chips it. Was looking for Getz. Little long. Thought there was going to be icing, and Getz was there in time. Bloomsburg gets a line change. And here's Krakalishi now. Passes it to Winner. Winner skating in. Winner's dangles. What a move. Inside and just over the net. It was a nifty move by Winners. Now Penn State trying to take over. They do. Here's Lentz. And it was picked off. Chips it out to Getz. Getz. Saucer to Weisgable. Tried to pass it but lost it. Sends it around to the top of the zone, Krakalisi. To Winners, wrist shot, and that's a save by Johnson. And Penn State just looking a little sluggish right now in the zone. They can't get it out. Weisgable, wrister, that shot goes wide. As Getz keeps it in. Past it, but goes off of the stick. And Bloomsburg patient. One-timer, that's deflected, not a net. Rebound, they score! And of course, Gavin Weisgable.
Who else?
24th of the year, and it's 1-0 Bloomsburg.
And there they go. That's 17-14. They had a little trouble there working on those opportunities. Penn State Berks couldn't really control themselves in the neutral zone, or in their zone, I should say. My apologies. And the Huskies finally took advantage of that.
Face-off, it is won by the Huskies. Weisgable has it. Pass to Getz, opportunity, but just trickles off the pad of Johnson. Taking it is Zima, and then turned over again. No one on in front. One-timer and a good save by Johnson. As Getz was all alone. And it's been all Bloomsburg with that pass just off the stick of Winners. He's going to have to hustle. Keys gets out of his crease. And almost like a golfer out of the sand trap, chips that one out. And they're going to call icing on that.
Good awareness play there by Keys, but unfortunately draws the icing there. And I like that. I like that analogy. He used the golf one. I like it.
Had to get deep, deep swinging that stick to pitch that one out.
Yeah.
16:40 left in the first. Bloomsburg leading the Nittany Lions 1-0. And Jake, from what you've seen in these first almost 4 minutes, Penn State looking a little sluggish in the zone.
Can't keep pace with the Huskies.
Getting it now is Wolsifer. Patient Saucer and a good save by Johnson. Great pass. And Leo Johnson's been busy in net. And now it's 3-on-2 for the Nittany Lions. Taking it is Baker. That shot missed to the right. Trying to get it as Contardi lost it, and then lost an edge was Nathan Crawford. There's a wrist shot, and that's off the glove of Keys. That was Baker with the shot. Baker pass, but good defense down low by Krakolisi. Used his body, had it, and then lost it, still near center ice, and then sent down the other way. Contardi, patient, looking for help, sends it around. Here's Emily Phillips. She just gets on the ice now. Phillips battling with it with Lentz. Lentz won that battle. Wrist shot paddled away by Keys. As Nittany Lions couldn't keep it in the zone. As now here's Evan Brill. The forward has 1 point on the year, just a goal, which he got yesterday against Gettysburg in that loss. As the Nittany Lions, like I was saying, looking for their first win of the year. Here's West, speeding through the neutral zone and into the zone. West, wrist shot, they score! Top shelf, Joe West, first goal of the year, what did I say?
And there's no better time to have gotten that first goal of the year.
Talk about a snapshot. Tickles the twine, and Bloomsburg with a 2-0 lead, 2 unanswered early.
And yeah, that was a very nice play there by Joe West. He hustled his way down the ice, like you said, and found the opening, shot it in, and gets his first goal of the season.
And what did you say? He's a defenseman, but he's a playmaker. And, you know, we said you never know. He might crack in a goal for first one of the year, and he does just that. And so, Nittany Lions behind Johnson, but again, they can't get it out. They're just playing keep away right now. Here's Phillips. Phillips, and she loses it. Now Nittany Lions going the other way. Tried to chip it around, was Brill, and goes back into the other zone. Strunk. And almost offside, so Bandix had to dump it out. Here come the Lions, they chip it in. His Keys will push it away with his stick. Chips it around to Phillips. She'll send it around to Bandix. They can't get possession. Here's Baker. Baker using the body, tries to send it around. And that's just good defense by the Huskies, and now using speed. Up neutral zone, good move. Here comes Winters, and they score! Top shelf! Over the glove of Johnson, 3 quick goals, and it's 3-0.
That was a very nice hustle play by Troy Winters. That's 2 plays back-to-back where it was great hustle. Really nice hustle there by first Joe West and then there Trent Winters.
So Jake, 3 goals in just under 3 minutes. And if you're Penn State, it is a tough start for them defensively. They just have not been able to keep up with the Huskies, and now Penn State's going to call a timeout. And while we have this little break, if you're a Pittsburgh sports fan, do you want unfiltered Pittsburgh sports content in the northeastern PA area? There's a guy. Well, the NEPA Yinzer YouTube channel is the place to go. That's NEPA YINZER, NEPA Yinzer YouTube channel. And as a Steelers fan myself, I would absolutely check out the NEPA Yinzer YouTube channel.
That is our buddy EJ, who has called games with us before. Does a great job. He does some Pittsburgh sports content, and he also covers high school football games for PA Football News along with myself here at TJ Productions. So a fellow big partner with our stuff.
And off topic, last time I checked, the Steelers were winning heading into the fourth quarter.
Were they
so,
really?
Yeah. So, but unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers and Jalen Warren went down. So hopefully,
I did hear about Rodgers, yes.
So, as we resume play, 14 minutes on the dot left as had a body fall, a little slow to get up, and that was Weisgable. And it seems A-okay as he kicks it to himself after that. Weisgable passes to Krakalishi, deflected in front. Another chance, didn't go in. I think it went past Johnson, maybe off the post, but he'll cover up. So
Yeah,
another close call inside.
Very close call there, but Johnson ultimately does not let that go in. But definitely very well could have been 4-0 right there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it went off the post and went behind him or hit the end board, but it ended up right behind him in the end. Face-off, another one won by the Huskies. That shot goes to the left of Johnson. Krakalishi sends it around, and they battle for it. And it's the Lions that prevail, but Wolsifer got a body on it. Krakalishi was looking for a Husky, but no one was there. It's Krakalishi. And it goes right to Johnson. He'll cover up again. Play stops.
And I was talking earlier about shots. It's quite the opposite of what I was talking about. Bloomsburg has outshot Penn State Berks quite a bit so far. Don't know official numbers, but you could just tell they've had the puck pretty much the whole time so far.
And the faceoff wins as well as they win another one. Is another opportunity thrown on net. That's deflected in front, and Johnson will have to cover up as Getz getting down and dirty there, trying to poke at it in the crease.
Yeah, they're testing Johnson. Obviously 3-0, but he's having some. He's getting really tested up front. Huskies are getting a ton of shots off right now.
And Getz has been busy, like I said last game on the 9th against Millersville. 3-point game. He's got 10 goals on the year. One-timer, another chance. Johnson may have gotten a save. And Nittany Lions up center ice, and again, just not much, but it's pickpocketed by Baker. Baker fighting with Winners. Sends it around as Brill. Got deflected, but stays in. As Winners will send it around. And gets on the rush. Pass a little behind him. Is able to get a stick on it. Going with him is Wolsifer. There's a shot and a glove save by Johnson. Loose, and he'll cover it up. With 12:26 left in the first period.
Another nice save there by Johnson. That was a nice cover up there. Really good opportunity for Bloomsburg, and Johnson got right on that. And like I said, he's being tested. Really is right now, and he's obviously let in 3, but he's made some really nice saves so far in this couple of sets of play.
Face-off behind the linesman, but Penn State ends up winning it. Up in the neutral zone now. They turn it over, and going the other way is Krakalishi. Dangles around, and Johnson again will cover it up.
Yeah, that was again another nice save by Johnson. He's since they took that timeout, he's been playing pretty good.
Much better. It's one of those saves, had to use the glove to knock it away. Got to have the quick mitt.
Right.
And another face-off. Face-off, it is won by Bloomsburg. Penn State will take it over, though. As sending it off the boards as Strunk rolls right to Keys. And West got a goal in this period. Patient is Winners, but turned over. Nittany Lions, they send it around and then immediately turned over right near center ice, and getting chippy there was Cardone. Here's Winners. Winners up center ice. Winners with speed. Dangles in. Gets through one guy. Through 2. Still has it. One-timer, good chance. Just couldn't get it. And he was looking for Bandix. Another opportunity. Goes wide. The third chance. Still has it. And did it go in? It did. And it's getting chippy. So it didn't go in. I wasn't sure. I couldn't see. And now we got some extracurricular activities, and it's getting chippy.
Yeah, and the early goings of this one, and it appears that will be a goal, though.
And it was. Okay, I thought I saw the linesman motion that it was a goal, so it was. And it looks like It's going to go to Getz, so the senior gets his first goal of the night.
Yeah, and got a little chippy over there. Very early on in this game, I mean, you know, your Penn State Berks, you know, the morale, like you said, is probably low. I haven't won a game yet, and obviously Bloomsburg, we know, sometimes cannot control their emotions, and there was an example of that very early on, though, which may lead to some more problems down the line in this game.
So right now, 11 minutes to go, first period, 4-0 Bloomsburg. And so far, the seniors getting in on the action. And sending it around, Penn State has it now, and immediately turned over as West throws it on net. And took a big shot, trying to get it out, and they do, and now it's going to be a foot race for Penn State is Lentz. Keys will send it around the net. And now we got a penalty coming up. And we'll see who it's on. I think it's going to be on Penn State, and it is. And hit from behind, so a power play coming up for Bloomsburg. So a huge opportunity, and if you're Penn State, not what you want to see. It's going to be on Kyler Lentz.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you want there. And he had a great opportunity for a breakaway there, and unfortunately you draw a penalty. And you give Bloomsburg, who has already had a ton of opportunities in this game, you give them even more of an advantage, giving them the one-man advantage.
And they win the face-off. Krakalisi gets the pass, but fanned on it. Trying to clear it out, and they still can. And again, Bloomsburg, if only we had the official numbers, but their time of possession, they've been dominating. As that pass by Krakalisi broken up, and that was another chance saved by Johnson. Krakalisi keeps it in, waiting, has a chance. Rister over the net. Good chance by Weisgable. And it'll send it out of the zone, and they'll have to regroup with 1:26 to go on the power play. Weisgable sends it to Wolsifer. Gets, has space. Wraparound, good chance. Rebound, kick save in the splits, and Johnson had to fight it off. Another chance, Krakalisi, and another pad save. Couple good opportunities. And Bloomsburg continues to play keep away. Weisgable. Krakalisi to Weisgable. Another good save by Johnson. He'll finally cover up. Wow, what a great power play.
Oh my, wow.
Just pouring it on.
I was going to say, may not have scored yet, but wow, they've really, they've dominated that so far. Just hold on to the puck. Like you said, they're playing keep away. Penn State tried to clear it, and Nate Wolfsfer was right there, and he tapped it out back into the zone. That was really impressive there.
And Tyler Keys doing some laps around the net. I think he's still trying to stay a little warmed up. He doesn't want to go cold. The wrist shot right into the mid of Johnson as this play will stop. That was Winters. And again, the captain, 2 points, 2 assists last game, 11 points on the year, and got a goal in this game. He does it all. They win the face-off, the Nittany Lions do, and they'll send it down. Chasing it down is West, who's got a goal tonight. 8:50 to go first period, 31 seconds left on the Bloomsburg power play. West, good move inside, but lost control. As Strunk there to get it. Looking for Phillips, bobbled with it. Penn State can't get it out. Phillips looking, dangles, what a move, but just can't get a shot on net. Johnson poked that one away. Sending it, and goes right over Winters and into the Penn State bench, knocked some equipment over.
Yeah, almost hit number 44 there for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, that was Nathan Crawford.
Yeah, right in the sight line of Nathan Crawford there. Thankfully did not hit anyone. Just knocked over some equipment.
You know, hopefully that wasn't a player's favorite stick or something.
Yeah, right.
And Nittany Lions take it now into the neutral zone. With speed is Baker. Baker calling for it was Lentz, doesn't get the pass. Baker, good chance, was rolling and able to punch it out. But what a save by Keys. So that was like the first really good chance for Penn State in a while.
Oh, yeah. This whole game, really.
So far, it seems like the guy that's been doing it is Baker. Now we got a penalty coming up on Bloomsburg.
And it appears it will probably be a tripping on,
and
can't see exactly, but definitely going to be a tripping on Penn State.
Or not on Bloomsburg, Penn
on
State.
Penn State,
and no, the arm went down, so maybe
they waved it
maybe
off.
not. I thought I saw the hand go up, but I guess
must have
not.
waved it off.
And now there's a penalty right on cue.
Yeah, that was on Bloomsburg. That was pretty clear as day
Yeah.
right there. That was Derek Cardone, the senior, now in the box.
So hopefully that wasn't an announcer jinx on my part, but I did say a penalty on Bloomsburg, and after all that, there was one. It's going to be on Cardone, so Penn State on the power play, and for them, this is great because they have been outplayed this first period.
And the
looking
opportunity,
for something.
The opportunity they just had where the puck was really loose right in front of the net, this could be huge for them because it's there. They just need to get it in their zone. They need to have the puck in their zone to create those opportunities.
Bloomsburg will win the face-off. Off the bounce is Weisgable. Dangling, what a move. On his knee, he and just fanned on it. Almost like an Ovechkin-esque goal, and then throws it on net. Another save by Johnson. Weisgable tried to keep it in, had to dump it out to avoid an offside. Penn State will send it around. Here's Kyler Lentz. The pass right to Baker. It's been Baker doing a lot of the offensive opportunities today as that shot misses to the right as Baker a little shaken up. He's going to go right to the bench. I don't know what happened. Another chance. Keys with a good save. And now off the boards. And here's Weisgable. And oh, that was almost knee on knee. That could have been a terrible collision. As Weisgable with a big hit. Laying the body. And dumping it in is Krakalishi, 49 seconds left on the Penn State power play with 6:15 left in the first. Keeping it in. Krakalishi dancing around Strunk. Dances again. What a move. Wrist shot. And covered up by Johnson.
What a series of events there for the Huskies. I mean, especially Gavin Weisgable. What a hit he just had there.
Yeah.
And the almost like you said, knee-to-knee contact, which would have not been good. Thankfully, it was not for both parties involved. But what a series of events for Weisgable there.
Getting in on the action. I mean, even before that, sprawled down on his knees, almost scoring like Ovechkin in the early days.
Yeah, right. Before he just stood in the corner and shot slap shots.
As Bloomsburg taking it now, 21 seconds left, trying to kill this penalty. Gets with a burst of speed, leaves it, but couldn't get a shot off. That was Bandix. And here come the Nittany Lions, looking for something. They haven't had much on this power play. On net, but it was blocked. As Getzel send it down. And penalties over, so back to 5-on-5 as Penn State could not get going on the power play. And taking it now was Strunk, but Bloomsburg will have it. Here's Winters with speed. Winters has space, drives, and scores! What a move! Trent Winters. Give him 2 in this period, and it's 5-0.
That was a really nice move there by Trent Winters, and that's his second goal of the game as well. I mean, that was wow. That was a great move. Kind of slid its way into the net there. Nice, really nice move.
And you see Leo Johnson just shaking his head. He's removing some of that snow out of the crease, but it has been a rough first period for him in net, and Penn State just, again, they have not been able to keep up. And it's 5-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first as Bloomsburg wins that face-off. Taking it, Contardi, but he leaves it for Winters. Winters again with speed, and he's been using that speed a lot in this first period. Try to get it out. Gets deflected back. Crawford. Here's Zima. Gets a big hit. laid on by Winters. And now a shot from the point misses wide was Brill, but they keep possession. That shot off the side of the post. Another chance, and Keys will cover up with 4:26, and now another pushing and shoving going on.
Yeah,
And it was Winters.
yeah, that's not surprising, Corey. See that a lot on the hockey rink, out on the streets of Bloomsburg. See it everywhere.
And face off. It's going to be one, and ooh, that was a weird fall that Contardi took. Able to get back up, and now the Huskies go the other way. Here's Cardone, shot, and right into the catcher's mitt of Johnson. Play will stop. And with 4:11 to go, first period.
Yeah, as I was saying, on a serious note, Penn State Berks, you can tell that the team morale's just, kind of low. And that's just, it's not a knock at anyone in specific. It's just, you're an 0-4 hockey team and you're down 5-0. Tensions are going to be high, and then I know some guys like Trent Winters run their mouth sometimes, and it's going to create some tension. And like I said, I think it's going to cause some problems down the line for either squad.
Here come the Nittany Lions. This could be a 2-on-1, maybe a 2-on-0. Lentz driving, and a good save by Keys. A second chance off the toe, and a split save by Keys. And it was Jimmy Baker with an opportunity, and now a 2-on-1 the other way. Saucer, but good stick by Strunk to break that up, as both teams with some opportunities.
Wow.
Keys with the split save coming up big. Here's Getz. Getz lays a hit, trying to get it out, and it'll trickle out down to center ice. And Weisgable and the Huskies will regroup, and they'll go for a quick change. Here's Krakalisi. Chips it to Weisgable. And goes right on net. Phillips had a chance. And Johnson will cover it up. With 3:07 left in the first, as Emily Phillips almost had a Johnny on the spot, would have been her second of the year.
Yeah, I was going to say she got her first goal last week, and that was a big moment for the team. They were really, really hyped up, and I'm sure we see the same reaction if she got her second here in this game.
Yeah, had one goal in that game against Millersville at home. To get your first goal at home to do it is always a great feeling. Here's Cardone. Tried to throw it on net. It was blocked a few times, and the Nittany Lions will take over. Good move was Baker. Baker keeps it. Wrist shot off the shoulder of Keys and out of play.
To say, for Penn State Berks, it's been Jimmy Baker getting a lot of the shots, a lot of the plays for him. He's a solid player. It's just, when you're dealt with having not that many guys on your team, it's hard to get some things going. But look out for Baker to do some things, for his team. Even though it's a 5-0 game right now, look out for him.
And rightfully so. I mean, he had 4 goals, 1 assist yesterday as Phillips is offside. But yeah, he's got 7 goals on the year. 4 of those came yesterday in that blowout loss to Gettysburg. He scored 4 of their 8. So
yeah,
big offensive weapon. But out of all the guys on the ice, Strunk has been there, but Baker really seems like the fastest guy. Everybody else just seems like behind. I don't know if, everyone except him skipped breakfast, or they just, didn't get enough rest, or
out too late at the bars, who knows. But, yeah, that could also be a factor of not playing that many games either.
And that is true, as Bloomsburg, this is their 10th game of the year. Trying to make it 2 straight wins. As they send it around, they'll go down the other end of the ice, icing waved off. Sends it to Baker. There he is with that speed. Baker, patient, wrist shot, and right into the catcher's mitt. A routine glove save
and there
by
he is again,
Keys.
Baker. There he is. There's Jimmy Baker again for Penn State Berks.
Tyler Keys hasn't had a lot of action, but if we had the stats, Baker's definitely been the guy throwing the most shots on Keys.
Definitely.
But he just looks so composed right now because, again, it's when your offense is doing so good and your defense, their defense hasn't had to do much, but when they had to, it's making Key's job a lot easier. Here's Gets that touch pass back to Weisgable. What a touch pass again, but just missed wide. Wolsifer had a chance. Here's Getz, wrist shot, fought off by Johnson. As Getz was diving, and now we got a penalty coming up. And it's gonna be on Getz. Playing some keep away. Krakalisi will touch it. And Penn State back on the power play. So it's on Getz. Yeah, it is on Getz.
Yep.
With 1:29 to go in the first. So big opportunity for Penn State. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. Had a couple shots on that first power play, not much. Maybe two shots.
I was going to say, Bloomsburg did a great job killing that first penalty. Let's see if they can do just as good this time around.
And Bloomsburg wins the faceoff. Winners, patient. Tried to clear it. Was Contardi and fanned on it. Now Penn State has a chance, but loses it as Strunk, and Bloomsburg will send it down. 1:10 to go, 1:42 left on the power play. So there is, Penn State doesn't score in the power play. This power play will carry over into the second period. Chopped down at center ice, and going the other way is Lentz. Lentz, that shot kicked away by Keys. Final 51 seconds here in the first. Trying to clear it, and gets a bad carom. Bad bounce, and Weisgable breakaway, and scores. Gavin Weisgable, his second of the night.
And that one was right there. That was a nice move by Weisgable. Made Johnson kind of, get lost in his skates there. And I guess the Huskies a 6-0 lead on the penalty kill.
Short-handed goal.
And that's, like I said, Corey, that's a guy you do not want wide open in front of the net. And you give him a breakaway, something like that's going to happen.
And that's happened this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been against Gettysburg when they had, I believe it was 4 shorthanded goals, I think it was.
Yes.
I think it was 3 or 4 shorthanded goals. So they do it again. 22 seconds and already it's Wolsifer with speed. Tried to roof it, may have gone off the post. Maybe the crossbar.
Close.
And lost control, and again, just Penn State having trouble keeping up. Final 8 seconds, and we'll see if Bloomsburg will clear. They're just going to kill some clock, and that will end the first period. There will be 32 seconds left on the Penn State power play, but wow. End of one. Bloomsburg on senior night, leading 6-0 as the seniors showing up on their big night.
Yeah, definitely a great showing here for these seniors in this first period so far. They have themselves a big lead over the winless Nittany Lions.
And as we have this little timeout break, we got to shout out another sponsor here for TJ Productions, PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered. As PA Football News, thank you for sponsoring TJ Productions and every single TJ Productions broadcast. As first period, Bloomsburg leading the Nittany Lions 6-0 as we're going to take a quick break.
Serpenotics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpenotics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpenotics Hockey.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors. Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, A great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.edu.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
This is Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions. We're proud to serve you, Pittston area, and all of District 2.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PAFootballNews and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
At Wilkes, we know you're ready to find your future. This is a haven for whatever you find interesting, for those willing to work hard for whatever comes next, for anyone searching for an incredible campus experience both in and out of the classroom. It all starts with one simple question. What do you want to do? At Wilkes, you will. Be part of a university you'll love. For more information, visit wilkes.edu.
Hey, this is Jared Samuel with PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Blue Mountain Eagles, all of District 11.
See what Ms. Concordia has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center. Take a break at arches between classes.
Or join us for special events. Come try one of our 26 D3 sports. You could live here.
Or here.
Or here.
You can't go good without us.
Howdy folks, it's EJ Samuel from PAFootballNews.com, and we are proud to serve the Pocono Mountain East Cardinals and all of District 11.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP. Tap into the state. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP presents their weekly highlight show, bringing you, the viewers and fans, the best of the weekend's high school and college football action and interviews from all over the state of Pennsylvania. And introducing The View from the Sidelines, where you, the fans, can send in clips of your favorite team or athletes. Simply email your links or clips to Billy@PAFootballNews.com with the subject line, The View, by Sunday morning, and we'll try and present them on the program. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP Tap into the State. Our weekly highlight show every Tuesday at 9 on CWTAP and the next morning streaming on PFN. We got you covered.
Welcome back. First period intermission report. as Bloomsburg leading the Penn State Nittany Lions of Berks 6-0 here on senior night. Jake, I have no words. I mean, what an offensive showing in that first period.
Yeah, I mean, that was impressive. That really was. It's a start that you want if you're Bloomsburg. I mean, obviously Penn State Berks, like we said, they have 7 skaters. They have, 3 forwards and 3 defensemen?
4 forwards, 3 defensemen, yeah.
And then they have the one goalie with them, Johnson. He's the only one that's here. And, it's obviously a depleted team, haven't won a game yet. And, if you're Bloomsburg, especially on a night like senior night, you want to take advantage of that. You want to get a big win, and they've done that so far with a 6-0 lead. And, they've really controlled the time of possession. It's actually funny. I'm thinking back to my first ever game that I broadcasted for the Huskies against the Alvernia Golden Wolves, which are in the same area as Penn State Berks, down in the Reading area. It was the complete opposite. It was like this, but this is what Alvernia was doing to Bloomsburg. This is a completely different game.
Yes.
Bloomsburg is doing, time of possession's got to be high. The amount of shots are definitely high right now. The only guy that we've been saying his name, he's been playing great. So obviously his stats don't lie on that. Jimmy Baker for Penn State Berks. He's a great player. It's just, it's tough when you can't rotate your lines and, you don't have, full lines. In Bloomsburg, they struggle with that too. They don't have a ton of guys, but they're able to get 1 or 2 lines out there. Penn State Berks isn't really able to do that at all. So, especially not having another goalie here. You have Johnson here. That's it. That's tough as well. It's just a lot at hand for them, and Bloomsburg is taking full advantage of that. And that last goal that you had happen, Weisgable basically poked it out, ran it for a breakaway, and pulled an exceptional move. And Johnson just lost in his skates. I mean, that was a very nice move. That's credit to Weisgable making that move. That was impressive. That's hard to stop.
And if we wanted a storyline tonight, it's got to be senior night. 2 of the 4 seniors already with a point in this game. We had Getz with a goal. Joe West, who I said, hey, maybe he'll get a goal. He got a goal. And also, outside of senior night, Weisgable continues to dominate 2 goals. And Trent Winters, the captain, who's been flying. He's been flying tonight on the ice. He's got 2 goals as well.
And the thing with him is he's always flying. It's just more of him making plays than scoring. And, this is kind of the opposite of what he usually does. He's got 2 goals in this game already. He didn't score his first goal to the 3rd or 4th game of the year. And he's had stretches where he hasn't scored at all. So this is him having 2 goals in this game already is pretty good from him. That's not what we usually see from Trent Winters.
And as for Bloomsburg, they're 0 for 1 on the power play. But again, if we, we'll know the stats by the end of the game. But shots definitely a lot to a little in favor of Bloomsburg. What do you want to see from them in the second period? Not a lot to say, but still, what would you like to see?
Yeah, I mean, you have the 6-0 lead, and it's happened. We've seen it happen. Teams come back. They were up 6-2 on Lafayette.
Yeah. That
game ended up being 8-7, and Weisgable puts in the game-winning goal with 1.6 seconds left. And even Millersville, they had a big lead. They were up, I think, 3-0, 4-1, something like that. I don't remember exactly what their biggest lead of the game was, but that ended up being an 8-6 game.
That they won, but they
was tied. I think
away.
it was tied at 6 at one point. So it's not uncommon for that to happen, and you don't want to let that happen here. So if you're Bloomsburg, just keep doing what you're doing. You don't want to embarrass this team, but you also want to keep your foot on the gas so you don't allow that happening, because it's happened to them quite a bit this year, letting games slip away and then them having to put in some nice goals at the end. So hopefully, you don't let a guy like Jimmy Baker get hot and, get him in front of the net, because he's going to put some through. And even in their losses, he's scored a lot, and he's had some phenomenal games, even though, the Nittany Lions themselves haven't won or really put up any impressive showings stat-wise. Baker has, had some good games. So if you let him get going a little bit, that can cause some issues. And also, as we saw, tensions are high. We had some
chippy stuff.
Like really early on, too. It was like in the middle of the first period. And again, over there on that end of the ice, and I see you guys, a point for you guys. This end right here. But I mean, we've seen some tension already.
Yeah.
And like I said, I feel like this is that could possibly carry over and maybe cause some problems going into the later periods here, because if you're seeing that chippiness really early, that's going to lead to some, that might lead to some nasty stuff, and we've seen it too. The thing with Weisgable
that
here.
knee on knee, that was pretty close.
Thing, and then, the next, they get the puck in the zone, and there's Weisgable, he lays the kid out. So,
yeah,
you
like
have stuff
30 seconds later, yeah.
You have that happen. I think down the line, if you do it, keep doing it, it's going to eventually lead to some, some nasty penalties. I think for both squads, not just one team or the other, but it can lead to issues for both squads, and you don't want that.
Yes, got to be careful. But also with that too, I mean, despite the lead, still great to see them sticking up for their guys and just keeping that high morale, that high energy going. And again,
that's what
especially
you need.
with senior night.
That's what you need. Absolutely. Like, Bloomsburg obviously keeping their energy high senior night and all that, but Penn State Berks being down, they still are going to, that happens. They're right in there defending their guy, and they're still going out here and playing. So they're not, letting themselves lay flat and everything, which is good.
And what would you like to see from Penn State? Obviously, we got to talk about the other side as down 6-0, but they still have 32 seconds left on that power play. They could come out aggressive, maybe score one on the power play and maybe regain some momentum.
You got to come out aggressive if you're Penn State Berks. You have to, especially you have 30 seconds of a power play coming into the period. You got to be aggressive coming out. You got to do it, or else you're going to get into a way bigger deficit, and that's harder to come back from than 6.
Yeah.
But again, we've seen it happen. Saw it the last 2 games we broadcast, the Millersville game and the Lafayette game. Huskies have let leads slip away. They've gotten too complacent, and they've had to rally at the end to get the win the last 2 times we've been live.
Well, if you're just joining us, in about 3 minutes we'll have the puck drop for the second period as Bloomsburg on senior night leading the Penn State Berks Nittany Lions 6-0. And while we got some free time, I guess we'll thank the rest of our sponsors. As first, StreamYard, of course, that we're using to allow this broadcast to happen. StreamYard, stream better, grow faster. Use the link in the bio of this broadcast to get $10 off your purchase of one of our premium plans. That's StreamYard. Also want to give a shout out to yours truly, TJ Productions. You want it done right, you want TJ Productions providing the best in sports and entertainment. Jake, what do you got to say about TJ Productions? I've kind of built it from the ground up.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing YouTube since I was a young kid, and kind of just did, I did a couple different things. I actually used to be a Goalhorn YouTube channel back in the day. I'm sure some of the fans watching, that have been watching me for a while. I used to do Goalhorns, and then I used to be big into the weather as well. I used to do the weather radio, like the emergency alert system stuff. And, as I got into college and I joined PA Football News and I got more into the sports side of everything. So I always did the sporting event clips when I travel because, as you guys know, I like to travel, go to games everywhere. I was uploading just clips from games. So then I finally realized there's a direction here. We need to, eliminate some things that, some of the things I kind of lost interest in I was doing because I had a fan base for it. But kind of narrowed it down to my slogan, the best in sports and entertainment. Obviously the broadcast, the high school game coverage, and our original shows and the entertainment side and that stuff.
So officials decided to start the game, or the second period, I should say, extra minute early. So face off, and we are resuming play as 20 seconds left on this Nittany Lions power play. Trying to get something going, as like we were saying in that first period, Bloomsburg just walked all over the Nittany Lions, and that's going to hit the netting, and play will stop with 10 seconds left on the Nittany Lion power
early
play.
Jump there. I was talking about my channel, refs. Come on.
Well, that was why.
They're like,
they wanted to stop the self-promotion.
Yeah, they're like, all right, you get enough. Your logo's plastered everywhere. You get the lift. You have a whole setup with a play-by-play and color guy. You have enough.
A good idea would to make a TJ Productions banner like we have behind us.
I was thinking of that, Corey. That might be a future endeavor.
Quick shot and a good save by Johnson. 2 seconds, so that penalty is over. Penn State now 0 for 2, gets out of the box. And keeping it in the zone. And here come Penn State. Chipping it. Is Strunk. Goes right to Keys. He'll shove it down to Contardi. But taking it. No look pass. Had a chance for a one-timer, and Zima couldn't get a hold of it. Keep it in the zone. Dangling. Baker. Waiting. Puts it on net. Had an open cage and just went past him. And now it could be a breakaway for Weisgable. Now he's going to keep it himself. Dangling. What a save by Johnson.
Very nice save there.
Kicked it away. So goaltending in the first minute and a half having to be sharp. Dancing around the net. There's a saucer. Contardi and a save by Johnson. He'll knock it down to himself and cover. What a save by Johnson.
That was a beautiful save by Johnson. And like we've been saying, you know, obviously, like I said for the Huskies, like before this game started, when you give your goaltender time to play and you control the puck in the neutral zone, they play well. Johnson's been dealt with not having, you know, he's taken a lot of shots. And, you know, he could make those saves.
And shot from the point, and that's saved by Johnson as West trying to get his second goal of the night on senior night. Has it. Phillips, and that goes off the blocker of Johnson. Bloomsburg playing keep away, but able to get a skate on it. Was Strunk, and now we got a penalty coming up. And now it's a 2-on-0. Dancing, what a save by Keys. Another opportunity. What a chance for Kyler Lentz.
Yeah, but that will be a penalty on the Huskies. Probably a tripping, it looks like. It was right here. I don't know if you saw it, but
yeah.
That's definitely going to be a penalty on Bloomsburg. Looked like a tripping.
And it's going to be Joe West.
Oh, Joe West, the senior, on senior night, gets his first goal of the year and a penalty.
And 8 penalty minutes this season, so it'll add 2 more. And, you know, he finds himself in the box from time to time, but still has a smile on his face after all that.
Yeah.
As Penn State 0 for 2 on the power play, that's going to hit the netting. Deflected. Play will stop.
And Joe West, as we just said, always a smile on his face. He's always very happy to be playing hockey, whether he's in the box, on the bench, or on the ice.
I mean, he's not even sitting down. He wants out. He wants to get back on the ice and play as they'll send it down. Penn State will have to regroup. Johnson was looking for Strunk. That passed out of his reach, but they still regained control at the neutral zone. Waiting patient, tried to chip it. Here's Strunk. He'll send it around. Here's Winters, thanks to Keys. Winters will send it around the boards, off the body of Crawford, kept it in, and Keys will make a glove save.
Yeah, some opportunities early for Penn State Berks, and Keys comes up with another nice save. You know, like I said, give him time to rest in between shots. He's going to make some very nice saves.
Face-off won by Bloomsburg, and now they'll go the other way. With speed is Bandix, looking for a goal on senior night. Toe drag, that goes wide. And now takes a weird carom and sends it all the way down. Lentz is fighting for it. He wins the battle. Tries to pass it out to Baker, but good defense there by Winters. Here's Baker, backhand, that goes wide. At the point, sends it down to Lentz and gets bodied by Winters. Getz will take it, and he'll send it down with 50 seconds left on the power play. And if you're Penn State, this is an opportunity to score, and this power play's probably been the best of the 3 or best of the other 2 that they had previously. Just can't get anything. That takes a bounce off the boards, and now Weisgable with speed might have another breakaway. Weisgable scores! And there's the hat trick.
That's a 6th of the year, Corey. Unbelievable. Again, you leave Weisgable for a breakaway, he's going to do some dangerous things. And there he goes with his 6th hat trick of the season. And now it's 7-0 Huskies.
Had 23 goals last year, now has 26. He's just clearing it out of the water with still a few games left to play this season. It's 7-0.
That's just impressive. And the Huskies have him another 2 years.
Weisgable, great athleticism, fell. And they are going to call a penalty.
Yeah, a little delayed, but they called it. They got it.
As Bloomsburg bench wanted it, and they will get it. So Huskies back on the power play. Actually, it'll be 4-on-4. I forgot there's still 12 seconds left. And it's a slashing call. And it's going to be on Evan Brill. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 12 seconds, and then it will be a power play for Bloomsburg, which Bloomsburg 0 for 1 tonight.
But they're 2 for 3 on the penalty kill with the goals.
Shot deflected off of Zima's skate, got using the body. As Strunk will tried to clear it, and now Weisgable down there, penalty over. So now it's a 5-on-4 power play for Bloomsburg. Getting around is Winners. Winners lost control, still worked out in his favor. Winners dancing, chips it. Krakalishi fanned on it. Penn State will get it, and they'll send it out of the zone. As Keys will grab it. Wait to reset, and now the Huskies will speed into the neutral zone. Wolsifer waiting, wrist shot. Oh, he faked the wrist shot and then skate in, but lost control. Kicks it out to the top. Winners, and a good save by Johnson. Getz chips it to Weisgable. Back to Getz. Weisgable was deflected. Goes down to the right corner of the zone. Crawford had it, but lost it. Weisgable fanned on the toe drag. Bumps a Nittany Lion player, but Crawford will send it down, and they'll clear. 37 seconds left on the power play. And here comes Winners. Winners looking for Cardone. He might pass it. Dangling keeps it himself at the last second. And Johnson will cover it. Had to pin his legs between the bar.
Yeah, that was a athletic save there by Johnson from letting another one go in here on the Husky power play.
And great patience by Winners. I thought he was going to dish it out to Cardone. Instead, waited, and tried to dangle around.
Yeah, and that also gave Johnson some time to prepare for that one. And he came up
still
clutch.
A close call.
Yeah, still a very close call, but a clutch save by Johnson.
Cardone passes out, shot from the point by Contardi, and Johnson, routine chest save, he'll cover up. 14:28 to go in the second, and 16 seconds left on this Bloomsburg power play.
Tyler Keys just took another lap around the net. That's a good sign if you're Bloomsburg.
Shot on net, and that was sticked away by Johnson. Patiently there was Bandix, was looking for Phillips and lost it, but ends up regaining control. And then Crawford won it back, or actually it was Strunk, my apologies. It was Strunk, and power play over. Bloomsburg 0 for 2 tonight. Sends it around. Nittany Lions get it at center ice. They'll shovel it to Keys, and he'll just get into the butterfly to knock it down. Sends around the boards, and a turnover. Might be a breakaway, but good defense by the Huskies as West was able to clear it out. Here's Brill, who was just in the penalty box, but was knocked down, and now Phillips takes over. Phillips tries to chip to Cardone, but it's picked off there by Brill. Off the end boards. Baker fighting. He's got to try and get around two players, and Bloomsburg wins the battle. Bandix. Now he's getting double teamed. Cardone now. Cardone battling for it. Now Bandix wins the battle. Wrist shot, they score! Top shelf. And another senior gets on the board. 8-0.
Wow. Couldn't have written any better. Senior night, you have Getz, you have Bandix, and you have Joe West score in this game. I mean, that's literally storybook right there.
The hockey gods could not have given us a better script tonight. And with 13:50 to go in the second, Bandix second of the year, and it's 8-0. And they just keep finding ways to score in this game. And nothing Johnson can do. It was just a perfectly placed wrist shot and a good chance for West, who wants to get more in on the action.
So he wants more on his senior night.
Here's Contardi dancing. Sachets around, dangles, what a move. Contardi too, and a good save. Rebound by, and Johnson kicks it out, my God.
Oh, some shifty moves there from Contardi. Almost had
My
the cherry
goodness.
on top.
And he went forehand, backhand, and almost had a highlight reel goal to add to the offensive outpour. Here's West dancing as well. And now another going the other way is Brill. This could be a breakaway if he's got enough speed. Brill, slap shot, goes wide. Getting it is Zima. Bloomsburg had control. Sending it around, but Strunk keeps it in. Keys will paddle it away with 12:04 to go in the second. Shot on net. And sending it around as Keys would take that out of his glove. That is blocked by Cardone. They keep it in the zone. That was Strunk with the shot. Doesn't go on net. West, he'll send it around. Phillips couldn't catch up. And it'll go down the end of the ice. And it will be icing with 11:42 to go. Second period.
Oh my goodness, Cantardi, the moves. I'm really impressed. He almost had the, like I said, he had everything else. He had the ice cream, the sprinkles, the whipped cream, just missed that cherry on top.
And if he went around three guys, that might have been like a root beer floater, maybe. Like
well, banana split.
Get me a little hungry now, Jake. So play resumes. Shot on net. It was a knuckle puck. Didn't go off. I think it just wasn't the cleanest shot, but Keys was able to make the save. Dancing around. Backhand. That goes wide. That was a chance for Lentz. Sending it around is Strunk. Strunk had it, but Cardone was more aggressive, and he was able to get it. Now here come the Huskies. Bandix dancing, and a good save by Johnson. He'll cover it up. As Bandix wanted his second of the period, second in a row.
Yeah, that would have been second in a row for Bandix there. Very close, though. Nice save by Johnson. He's had some really nice saves. I mean, he's just haven't really had time to regroup, though, as the Huskies have just been laying shots.
And obviously, Bloomsburg hasn't had as much of an offensive outpour as they did in the first period, where they scored 3 goals in 3 minutes. This one, 2 goals in about 8 minutes. Or 9 minutes, rather, now. But Penn State's still trying to get on the board and stop the bleeding defensively. Leaves it for Weisgable. Here's Winters. Was looking for Getz just a little out of his reach, as Johnson will play it. Send it around to Strunk. Passes, but out of the reach of Lentz. Winters will chip it around. They keep it in the zone as took a big hit, and we got a penalty. So Zima got the contact, but it's going to be Winters going to the box.
Oh, racking up more penalty minutes this season.
So the captain heading to the boxes for Penn State. Now their 4th power play opportunity. 0 for 3. And, you know, if you're on the Penn State staff, a player, even a Penn State fan, it has been a frustrating first 2 periods, because this is your 4th power play chance and you just have got nothing to show for it.
Right.
And something's going on the right side. Maybe something with the ice, I'm thinking, maybe. I think so. It looked like the linesmen are taking a look. Well, in that case, while we got a little pause in the break, I guess we'll kick it over to our last sponsor here with TJ Productions, Serpenotics Hockey. Serpenotics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpenotics Hockey. That's SERPENOTICS Hockey. Serpenotics Hockey, the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg Huskies. And so still got a stoppage, but over by Keys. We got Keys bringing some players back to life. Looks like one guy was napping.
Yeah.
Can't see the number. Looked like he was
laying down
Leia
there.
pushing his chest back to bring him back to life.
Little revival there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Little fooling around. 10:28 left in the second period. If you're just joining us, Bloomsburg leading Penn State Berks 8-0. And
it appears there's an on-ice issue. Don't know
Yeah.
exactly what that is, but don't know how much longer that's going to take.
Yeah.
But,
definitely see the linesman grabbing some like ice shards. I don't know if the ice cracked or something near the end boards.
that's what it appears to be.
They're using a puck, I saw too, to, I don't know, maybe to flatten it. They're using a puck.
That might be the issue there. And it appears the issue
has been resolved.
Yes,
I guess
yes,
so.
it
Yeah.
has. So we will resume play after a lengthy break.
I was going to say, if we panned our camera super far to the right, you have all those little kids playing hockey. We could ask one of them, maybe one of our insiders, what's going on.
Yeah, what's going on
rinkside.
There. And this is another point I want to bring up. This was probably one of the best things to happen for Penn State Berks, is you know, obviously can't really rotate guys around. This gives them a much-needed breath before a power play.
Get that free breather as Penn State won the face-off. Bloomsburg almost got it out of the zone, but Penn State will keep it in. Shot on the point, deflected, and a good save by Keys. As shot was by Lentz, but Strunk deflected it, sending it around, and that's going to go off the netting, so play will stop.
A little too much on that one there. Almost shot that out of the rink.
So second period, definitely Bloomsburg with the advantage, but if you compare the first two periods, Penn State at least has more of a fighting chance, it seems, in the second period. The first period was a landslide in favor of Bloomsburg on shots and goals. This period, it seems like Penn State at least is keeping up as much as they can. They don't look as gassed.
It looks like they made some adjustments at the intermission.
They send it down. It could be another breakaway, but Johnson will come out and play it to prevent that. Good chance for Baker. Patient. Baker waiting. Wrist shot, and what a glove save by Keys.
Beautiful shot there by Keys. I mean, he's had some really nice ones this year. That's got to be up there for saves for him this year.
And he might have been just casually to himself showing off. You know, he's throwing it in his mitt like, yeah, I just caught that. I caught that shot, yeah. And face-off won by Bloomsburg as Brill will keep it in, but then chipped out by Wolsifer. Nittany Lions will have to regroup. Wolsifer knocks it down, so now they go the other way. Here's Karakalishi. Wolsifer driving, and a good save by Johnson. And he'll cover up. With 1:10 to go left on the Penn State power play.
I mean, if you're Penn State Berks, you gotta do something with this power play. You're 0 for 3 on the power play, and like you said, it's frustrating because you're down 8-0 regardless, and you have these opportunities, and you haven't capitalized. Yeah. And they gotta get this.
And in the words of Limp Bizkit that was just playing, it's just one of those days. You know?
Oh yes, got some great music playing here today. Better than Raining Tacos last week.
Yeah, and 6-7.
Yes.
I heard. I also heard
Ski Yee.
Yeah. Penn State knocked it down, but immediately lost control. Nice defense. Bandix going the other way, but got bumped off, and now here comes Penn State. Baker waiting. He's been patient. Wrist shot, good save. Had a chance for a rebound, but Strunk could not get to the puck. Chips it. Here's Baker looking for Strunk. Backhand, good save by Keys. As Bloomsburg will get it, they'll send it around. And with 25 seconds left on the power play, Penn State will have time for one more rush. Most likely. Lentz will chip it. Here's Baker. Baker was looking for a pass to Zima, wasn't ready for it. And they'll have to regroup. 5 seconds. Strunk will clear it. And yet again, Bloomsburg kills another penalty. As Penn State now 0 for 4.
I will say, though, that was the best-looking power play they've had. They had the most shots and most time of possession on that.
And that's so far for Penn State. That's been a plus, as every power play they get, they're getting better and better, but they just can't find the back of the net. Driving his winners. Patient. Looked for a wraparound, but lost control. Had to kick it to himself. Looking for Krakalishi. Krakalishi dancing around, got through two guys. Krakalishi shooting, good save by Johnson. Contardi, backhander, nobody there. Zima looking for a player, passed it to the wrong colors, but they're able to regroup and then lost it immediately. And Bloomsburg in the neutral zone. That pass out of the outstretched arms of Getz. They had to regroup, and then they do. What a dangle. Getz for a second, and a good save by Johnson. Another chance, Cardone, and Johnson will cover it up with 7:17 left in the second.
That was so close to going 4 for 4 for the seniors. So close.
Cardone right in that low slot, and just might have fanned on it, just couldn't get it. But I don't know what the nickname you would call it if all four seniors get it. It would be like, I don't know, the quad point total, I guess you would call it maybe.
Yeah. Senior quad.
The senior quad. There we go. We got to trademark that. TJ Productions has to trademark that.
Let's see if we can get it.
There's a shot in front. Cardone looking for the deflection, and then a second chance, and nice save by Johnson. So right there, we almost had the senior quad.
Almost had it.
Almost. With 7 minutes to go in this second period. And now here comes Cardone. There's the pass. Sends it around. Cardone. And Penn State gets a body on it to knock it down, and now they'll go the other way. Trying to get in the neutral zone, and again, just getting outbodied. And now going the other way with speed is Winners. Winners passing to Phillips, got a skate on it, could not get it to her stick. Wraparound just went wide. And off the bounce is Lentz, and now Penn State will go the other way. Lentz, but aggressive defense by Winners. And that's been the problem. But now a chance, and they score. Takes a bad bounce off the boards, and who guessed it? Jimmy Baker.
Told you it was going to happen at some point. I saw it. It was going to happen at one point. Baker gets the Nittany Lions on the board. I said it to you, didn't I?
You did. And after all those power play opportunities, all it took was a bad bounce that went Penn State's way. Keys wasn't ready for it. Wide open cage, and Penn State gets on the board. And face-off won by Penn State. So if you're Bloomsburg, tighten back up. Shot. And that'll be gloved by Johnson with exactly 6 minutes to go in the second. And what do we say in one of the pre-games or the first period? I think it was the first period intermission about hopefully not giving up leads. We saw with Lafayette, they were up 6-2, and Penn State gets on the board. But the way they're playing, as long as they just keep their foot on the gas, it should be no problem for them, for the Huskies. Here's Joe West. West off the end boards. And taking it into the neutral zone. Driving, one pass inside, and Johnson may have gotten a piece of it. It's off the Penn State skate in front of the net, and that's knocked down. Good defense there by Brill. But the Huskies keep it in. Dangling is Winners. Winners alone. One-timer just over the stick of Weisgable. Weisgable lays a hit, but now Weisgable alone. He's got a chance. Lays the body on Brill. Brill falls over. Chance to pass, maybe shoot. Backhand and a good save. Weisgable another chance kicked away by Johnson. Weisgable, he's been aggressive. A couple hits and a couple opportunities on that possession. And Bloomsburg taking over, but then picked off by Brill. I'm sorry, not Brill, that was Baker. Baker has the only goal, and that's off the stick of Keys. Doesn't hit the netting, so play will continue. Dangling is Winners, and Penn State again just looking slow. Winners waiting. Backhand doesn't get on net. Was looking for West, but he wasn't there, and now here comes Baker with the burst of speed. Cardone trying to keep up. Baker, saucer pass, and that went off the stick. Couldn't get it on net, and a slap shot and a nice glove save by Keys. So
Keys made that one look effortless. He saw the way he just swooped his hand. That looked like it was no effort. Made it look easy, which I know definitely is not. But he made it look easy.
Couple opportunities for both teams on that possession. Both teams kind of looked a little slow. I think they had some long line chains, or long shifts, I should say. Face-off, won by Penn State. To Crawford. That's deflected, not on net. Another chance goes wide. Baker around. Baker's been doing a lot of the work this second period, really the whole game, especially the second period. Here's Phillips. Phillips, nice pass, but Bandix could not keep possession. Couldn't get it. And now he regains control. Here's Phillips, driving backhand, and a good save by Johnson. It's Phillips looking for second of the year. Contardi keeps it in. Now racing forward is Penn State, trying to get it out of the zone, but Bandix keeps it in. Cardone. Backhand was looking for Bandix, but he wasn't there. The pass was picked off. And they'll send it down the other zone. Trying to regroup with 3:12 to go. Dancing now, Krakalishi. Krakalishi, what a dangle, and a good save by Johnson. Off the boards. Trying to get it out, but they don't. Here's Bandix. Bandix. Patient, puts the brakes on. Tries the pass, he somehow gets it, but it gets deflected, and Penn State with a nice breakout pass to Baker. Baker, it's one-on-one. Baker dances, puts on the brakes, letting his teammates catch up. Baker trying to play keep away, but Phillips got a good stick, and now here comes Bandix. Could be a 3-on-2. Bandix for himself, and a good shot and a save by Johnson. And now both teams will go for a line change. Sending it around the boards is Crawford, and now a nice breakout pass for Lentz. Lentz dangles, breaks through one, but good defense, and now another chance, and Keys makes a save. Sends it around, was looking for Lentz, wasn't ready for it. Huskies will chip it down. It's a 2-on-0. Dancing and a chance for Wolsifer, but Johnson got a stick on it. As was West, but couldn't get control. Now Penn State into the neutral zone, but fought off by two Husky players. Brill, and he just couldn't stay out of the zone. It's going to be an offside with 1:43 to go, second period. Box scores 2-1 in favor of Bloomsburg, as Penn State definitely keeping up much better in the second period.
Way better. They had some good opportunities there. Jimmy Baker had a breakaway, sort of breakaway, but then the Huskies had a 3-on-0 down here.
Yeah, going the other way. A good opportunity for Weisgable, and was fought off with a defensive stick. And it'll go down the other end of the ice, and it will be icing with 1:30 to go in the second.
But yeah, I mean, just good opportunities for Penn State. They look a lot fresher in this period than they did in the first. They look like they kind of found their way a little bit more. And Bloomsburg obviously still with an 8-1 lead. It just looks like Penn State is playing a little better in the neutral zone and getting some more shots off than they were in the first.
And a quick shot is saved by Johnson. Will stop play. And Penn State, I mean, I don't know if they just chanted the "We Are" chant a few times to kind of get the energy back on their side of the building, but
it's all it could have taken.
Behind the net and rolls right to Johnson, so two quick cover-ups for him. And I will say, compared to the two goalie masks, I do like Leo Johnson's cage that he's wearing tonight.
Does have a really nice cage.
I do like it.
Love it.
Bloomsburg wins the face-off, shot on the point, and doesn't get on net. It was blocked. Now going the other way. Trying to use the stick was Wolsifer to disrupt that rush. Now going the other way. Weisgable fighting, and he has the bigger body, looking for his fourth, and scores! The one-man wrecking crew, and it's 9-1.
What a move by Weisgable. He just overpowered him, plain and simple. He won that fight. He won that fight for the puck and went right down and scored.
And that's how it's been. 2 in the first, 2 in the second.
6th hat trick of the year, 4th goal of the game. What else is new, though?
Not much, which is a good thing in his case, that nothing has changed, as a quick shot by Lentz off the faceoff over the net. Final 48 seconds here in the second period, and another big hit by Weisgable. He has been laying the body tonight. He's just like the sheriff of the town, just dictating everything tonight. Pass to Weisgable, and again, one-on-one, looking for another, and that one roofed a little wide. And Strunk trying to go the other way and lost it. Chipping it in as winners, as Bloomsburg kind of just sitting around center ice waiting for them, the Nittany Lions, to come to them.
Yeah, but they can't seem to do that, and Winters has it back.
Winters, good chance, deflected in front. Johnson made the save, and he'll cover up with 9.7 to go in the second.
Yeah, I mean, it really looked like Bloomsburg was getting ready just for them to come, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't make their way down the ice. It's also 9.7 seconds left, so probably just trying to run the clock out in a sense.
Faceoff is won by Penn State. And they'll just pin it along the boards, and that will end the second period. And while Penn State got on the board, they looked better, had a few power play chances. It's Bloomsburg outscoring 3-1 as the Huskies leading the Nittany Lions 9-1. We're going to take a short break, but coming up, it'll be the second period intermission report. Huskies 9-1 lead on senior night.
Serpentatics Hockey is the proud wax sponsor of the Bloomsburg University ice hockey team. Serpentatics Hockey provides wax products and goalie and player training sessions in the New York and New Jersey area. They are proudly sponsoring many different clubs this year, including the FPHL's Binghamton Black Bears, the Northern Michigan Warhounds, Tennessee Women's Ice Hockey, and your Bloomsburg Huskies. Follow them on Instagram at Serpentatics Hockey.
Find yourself at Bloomsburg University. We offer more than 50 majors, 40 minors, and 20 graduate programs to help our students grow personally and professionally. And with more than 200 student organizations, there's a place for everyone. Located at the intersection of excellence and affordability, Bloomsburg puts you on the path to an exciting career with a bright future. Bloomsburg University, a great place to be you. Learn more at bloomu.com.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right software to make your streams look really professional can be a real chore. The thing I like about StreamYard is that the user interface is really simple to understand and can give you a professional look without a whole lot of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing next.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.
This is Jake Mills from PAFootballNews.com and TJ Productions. We're proud to serve you, Pittston area, and all of District 2.
At PAFootballNews.com, we've got you covered. If you're looking for the best coverage of high school football in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, check out PAFootballNews.com. From schedules to rankings, game coverage to Friday night scoreboard, live streams, and more, PA Football News is the one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania. Follow us on Twitter at PA Football News and visit us at PAFootballNews.com. We got you covered.
At Wilkes, we know you're ready to find your future. This is a haven for whatever you find interesting. For those willing to work hard for whatever comes next. For anyone searching for an incredible campus experience both in and out of the classroom. It all starts with one simple question. What do you want to do? At Wilkes, you will. Be part of a university you'll love. For more information, visit wilkes.edu.
Hey, this is Jared Samuel with PAFootballNews.com. We are proud to serve the Blue Mountain Eagles, all of District 11.
See what Misericordia has to offer. Come check out the new Henry Science Center. Take a break at arches between classes.
Or join us for special events. Come try one of our 26 D3 sports. You could live here.
Or here.
Or here.
You can't go good without us.
Howdy folks, it's EJ Samuel from PAFootballNews.com, and we are proud to serve the Pocono Mountain East Cardinals and all of District 11.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity to use pretty much all the live streaming software that's available. Once I discovered StreamYard and found how easy it is, I was sold right out of the gate.
PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP. Tap into the state. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP presents their weekly highlight show, bringing you, the viewers and fans, the best of the weekend's high school and college football action and interviews from all over the state of Pennsylvania. And introducing The View from the Sidelines, where you, the fans, can send in clips of your favorite team or athletes. Simply email your links or clips to Billy@PAFootballNews.com with the subject line, The View, by Sunday morning, and we'll try and present them on the program. PAFootballNews.com and CWTAP Tap into the State. Our weekly highlight show every Tuesday at 9 on CWTAP and the next morning streaming on PFN. We got you covered.
Welcome back. Second period intermission report here at the Toyota Sportsplex as the Bloomsburg Huskies 9-1 lead against the Penn State Nittany Lions of Berks. Jake, second period was not as much of a blowout as it was in favor of Bloomsburg like it was in the first, but still, it was all Bloomsburg.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Penn State Berks, I will say, they did improve in that second period. They played a lot cleaner hockey in that period. But, yeah, Bloomsburg just continues to play their game and keep doing what they're doing. Weisgable, I mean,
yep.
alone from getting his sixth hat trick of the year and his four goals, right? 4 goals today.
Yeah.
He's been laying guys out.
We didn't expect that, honestly, because he's known as for being a shifty goal scorer, but he was just left and right throwing bodies.
And, you know, Trent Winters, too. I mean, I'm really impressed with the way he's playing right now, despite, you know, he showed up in the clothes that he wore last night. I mean, and he put 2 goals up. He's having the performance of a lifetime right now. Could you believe that?
It's been wonderful. And not only Weisgable, but Darren Cardone getting on the board, adding, or I'm sorry, not Cardone.
Say almost.
Bandix, I meant to say.
Carter Bandix, yeah.
Bandix, again, another senior getting on the board, and we just need one more for, as we were calling it, the senior quad.
Yeah, we need that. We want that.
But yeah, for Bandix too, getting on the board, that was his second of the year. Just another player that's just been showing up on the ice. And kudos to the defense as well. I know Jimmy Baker had that goal, just kind of a bad bounce that Keys wasn't ready for, wide open.
And that's a guy, like I said,
Jimmy Baker, I would say, is their guy. You know what I mean? Obviously, statistically, and what we've seen so far in this game, I knew he was going to do it eventually. I mean, I saw the way he was playing, and there was going to be an open opportunity, and he was going to take advantage, and sure enough, he did. And he got the Nittany Lions on the board, but the bad part is you're down 9-1.
Yeah, absolutely. It's third period. I think for Bloomsburg, got to stay out of the box because they had a lot of penalties in that second period. Penn State, though, 0 for 4, and if you're Penn State, got to be kicking yourselves. Although, as the period progressed and they got more and more power play opportunities, to your point, too, they got better and better. They got to get more zone time. That's what's killing them.
I was going to say, they improved every power play. You watch that first power play they had in this game to the one they just had. I mean, it's night and day. It looks like a different team. It's just, the time of possession improved each time, but it needs to keep going. So if Bloomsburg slips up again and gets another penalty, you got to maximize your zone time. You got to improve even more. And I think, 1 or 2 more power plays, and you keep building on that time of possession, you're going to get a goal. You're going to get a power play goal. They're really close, especially on that last one. They had a lot of great opportunities as compared to the first one where Bloomsburg basically just killed it the whole time.
Absolutely. First period box scores was 6-0 in favor of Bloomsburg. Second period 3-1 in favor of Bloomsburg. If you're Penn State, you got to put into overdrive and hit the red panic button and say, we just got to throw everything that we got in these final 20 minutes and pray that you can sneak 8 goals past Keys and past this defense that's been excellent tonight.
Right, and that's the big thing for the Huskies. Their defense has been stellar tonight. And the thing with them is I always mention, Tyler Keys is a really good goaltender. We've seen the saves he can make. It's just when your defense is, not able to control the puck, and Keys has taken all those shots. I say it a lot because it's how it goes, because you see when the defense plays well and the Huskies control the puck, Keys plays really well.
Yeah.
He does. So far they've been doing that. They've been allowing Keys to, get some time. I mean, we saw him take laps around the net. I mean, I haven't seen that this year.
Yeah.
They're giving Keys plenty of time. And, props to the defense. They're playing great.
Their next game, Bloomsburg's next game, February 7th at Gettysburg. Just looking ahead, and, the last time they played them. What's that?
A while from now.
A while from now, yes. As, they have a long break. And then after that game, Mohegan Sun Arena.
Yeah.
To play there, just as we were saying in the pregame, going to be a wonderful experience. But, using this game, what can they use in this game if the outcome stays the same that they can carry over against Gettysburg? Because that last matchup against Gettysburg was at home, lost 8-5. Goaltending wasn't great. The defense wasn't great.
Right.
What could they do?
Well, it's an opponent you already played. That's the good thing. You know what they do, and you get yourselves a long break. That could also be a disadvantage as well because you're not, on the ice as much as you usually are. But you've seen the team already. In that game, you realistically just have to defensively not let Gettysburg get opportunities. Looking ahead a little bit, that's one that, if you're the Huskies, you want to get back, especially because that's a division game. That's a team that you lost to, and that game got really chippy. We've seen some chippy matchups. They all do in a sense, but that one was a lot more chippy than the other one. I remember that vividly being probably the most chippy one of the year. That, Millersville, and then even tonight has been that way too.
And chippy, yeah.
Yeah, some of the other games haven't been that level of chippy, but Gettysburg was one of those games that was I'd say that was probably the most chippy game all year. We had a couple punches thrown in that game, so definitely some tension between those two teams.
Yes.
It's a division game. It's a team you see. So
it's a very important division game. I mean, when you're 1-3 in the division, this is. You want to finish your year on a high note, especially in division play, and they're 4-1 against non-division teams.
Yeah, and you want to set yourself up nicely for the playoffs as well.
Exactly, and like I said, this Husky team, they score about almost 6 goals a game, and put up a big number tonight.
Yes. So far, we have one more period to play.
Yes, still one more period, and like we were saying, if you're Bloomsburg, definitely don't want to take your foot off the gas. Senior night. Families are out. We got a raffles going. The vibes are high. And if you're Penn State, like I said, got to put it into overdrive. Got to throw everything you got in these final 20 minutes. And for Penn State's goaltender, Leo Johnson, he's had a tough night. The defense has had a tough night keeping up, but looked better in the second period, was making a lot bigger saves, a lot of harder saves, and has the opportunity to keep them in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Leo Johnson's been playing very well, especially in the second period. I mean, it's just, it's like I always say for Bloomsburg, if you give Keys time to, recoup between shots, and he's not taking 40 shots a period, he plays really well and you win games. Penn State Berks is doing exactly that. They're not allowing Johnson to kind of recuperate, and he's taking a ton of shots, especially in that first period. Calm down a little bit in the second, but that first period, I want to know I will obviously have it on tjproductions.com either tonight or tomorrow. We'll have, all the stats and game recaps as always. But, I want to know the shots in that first period from Bloomsburg. Probably a lot.
Yeah, that was absolutely a lot. And as we have a couple of minutes before this final period start, it's senior night. You got a prediction for this third period. What's going to happen?
Well, I think the Huskies keep it going. It's one of those type of games, senior night, and you want to get Darren Cardone to score. You want him. Yes. I mean, you can even see it. They kept trying to pass it to him when he was out there, and I think they're gonna keep doing that. They're going to make sure Cardone scores because everyone else did. Getz, Bandix, and West all scored. West having his first of the year as well.
Yeah,
early. So you want to get all four of them, as we're calling it, the senior quad. Let's hope we can see that tonight.
We have to make a mental note of that. If the last two games of the year, if those four seniors score, we'll have to keep using that.
Yeah, I guess
not just for senior night. We'll call it the senior quad.
Yeah, and even so, going forward for their last couple games.
Yes.
It will be all four of them have scored on the year because Joe West, that was his first of the year. So
that's right,
he's in that mix now. And Cardone has scored this year, but we're starting it now on senior night. We're starting it now. It starts now.
You heard it here first on TJ Productions that the senior quad, we're going to start using it even next season. So Jake, make a mental note of that for next season. But as both teams getting on the ice, if you're just joining us, as Bloomsburg leading Penn State 9-1, and we were talking about their next game against Gettysburg, what they can carry over. They got that game at Mohegan Sun. They're also going to play Alvernia too. They're going to make up a game early in the middle. I didn't believe it was middle of the season.
It was October, the middle. It was right before the. Oh my! What game was it before? I don't remember, but it was in October, and we appreciate one of our viewers mentioning that to us. We were unsure of if that game was flat out canceled or if it was just postponed, because I know their game with Sacred Heart, and they flat out canceled that one. Alvernia, I think you do have to make up because it's a division game. Haven't heard any dates of that yet. We don't know that information, but they do have to make that one up at some point of the year. That one was at
good
Alvernia.
To know.
Yeah,
good to know.
Good to know. We appreciate it. You viewers informing us because sometimes with club hockey it's hard to obtain information. As we know, making the rosters and stats for these streams, it's tough sometimes.
It's just like the Lafayette game, first game for them. We had no idea how this team would play. We didn't even have a roster. I was calling their last names by the numbers on the back of their jersey.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, but kudos to our viewers and for dropping that information. As both teams in the huddle as this third period about to begin. As Bloomsburg 9-1 lead, as we said, just trying to keep their foot on the gas and get a W here on senior night. And as for Penn State, it's time to, as I said, hit the red panic button and throw everything you got on to Bloomsburg in these final 20 minutes, down by 8. And face-off won by the Huskies. And if you're Bloomsburg, want to avoid what happened in that Lafayette game where Lafayette put up 5 unanswered. And chips it around, 2 quick passes, and Penn State going the other way. Here comes Lentz. Wrist shot just over the knob of the stick of Keys. Bouncing puck, but they keep it in. Right to the stick of Krakalishi. Krakalishi. Pass to Getz. Getz, he's got a goal tonight. 2-on-1 maybe. Getz dingles and scores. What a shifty backhand, almost like Connor McDavid.
That was very Connor McDavid-y.
that goal was so good, my voice cracked, and it's 10-1, 40 seconds in.
Yeah, that was, it sounded like Chris Collinsworth when he talks about Patrick Mahomes. That was a little McDavid-y there, Corey. And I want to bring up a comment someone asked. There is no charge for these games. They are free admission here at the Toyota Sportsplex for Bloomsburg Ice Hockey games.
Yes, obviously to watch on TJ Productions, it's free. Jake's a nice guy, not charging. And to watch the Bloomsburg, yes, it is free. You can walk in, watch the Huskies play. But, wow, just 40 seconds in, gets with his second of the night. And it's 10-1. So here come the Nittany Lions, and they turn it over, and Getz looking for the hat trick maybe behind his legs. What a move. Waiting and try to throw it on net, but miss wide, and chips it. The pass was looking for Lentz, and now the Huskies go the other way, and almost a trip. Yeah, they are going to call it a trip. Wrist shot saved by Johnson. They'll cover it up.
And that'll be a trip. Yeah, that was
so Bloomsburg on the power play and heading to the box. Second time tonight, Evan Brill. So if you're Penn State, what do we say? You want to kind of throw everything at them, and instead they give up a goal 40 seconds in, and a minute and a half in, they're in the penalty box.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want.
Not the best start.
Double-digit goals as well.
And they'll win the face-off and clear it down. And here comes Winners. Cardone was thinking about getting it on his stick, but lifted his stick up and goes past him. Getting it now is Baker. And he'll send it down, and they'll clear it back-to-back times. Here comes West. West off the boards, nice pass. Here comes Phillips. Tried to dangle, but good stick by Baker. But Phillips trying to win the battle. Baker will send it down and just trickled out of the zone. And now in a foot race is Winners with Zima. And when Winners was chasing the puck, literally slowed down and stared at him. And now a turnover going the other way. Strunk shot off a stick and deflects out of play. This clock stops with 53 seconds left on the Bloomsburg power play.
Oh, Winters. He stared him down there going. And, yeah, so there, unfortunately, there are no more games here at the Toyota Sportsplex this season. The next home game for the Huskies is at the Mohegan Arena, which I'm going to assume will be free as well. That is before a Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins game, though, so more information will be provided when provided to us. It'll be provided to you guys through TJ Productions social media. See it on the ticker. Follow us on Instagram, TJ Productions, and on X/Twitter, TJPR. We keep you updated with stuff like that. So
that last play was deflected off the ceiling. And another face-off, and won by Bloomsburg. And here's Contardi now. Dancing, good move. Pass inside, what an opportunity, and just missed wide. Here's a pass in the high slot, and it just goes wide. A good chance for Krakalishi. And now Patient. Little rough down low. He gets passing to Weisgable. Back up top. Krakalishi to Getz. 1 second left on the penalty. One timer just goes wide, and that penalty is over. So Bloomsburg 0 for 3. They tried to pass it. That was Krakalishi laying the body, but now Penn State might have a break, but Weisgable using his speed to pick it up. Krakalishi off the boards to Getz. Getz. Patient. Dancing. Getz will send it around in front of Johnson. And now Strunk will get it, and Penn State will just send it down, and that's going to be an icing. with 15:51 left in the third.
Little awareness type thing there for Crackalisi. Almost kind of let that breakaway go there, but ultimately Penn State cannot capitalize on that.
And face-off. And to your point, Crackalisi was the intended receiver of the pass, just didn't get to it. It kind of stumbled, but was able to use the body and break that up. Weisgable passes out to Getz. Nice saucer pass to Winters. Weisgable. Winters, but actually goes to Getz. Saucer hopped over. Wrist shot Weisgable and a save. Here's Getz. Another chance and a save. Here's Winters. Slap shot and right into the chest of Johnson, and will cover.
A lot of saucer passes there.
Yeah.
There's a hop there almost.
Yeah, for Wolsifer, it was jumping to
showing his hops there for us.
Get out of the way.
Maybe get him on a basketball court too with those.
You know, it's hard for me enough to skate, let alone hop on skates.
Yeah, and then not fall on your back after landing on your skates at the beginning of the air.
Here's Lentz, and little toe drag to himself. West behind him. One-man crew, tried to chip it, lost it, and this could be a breakaway. Could Cardone get on the board, but Johnson comes out and plays it. He wants to ruin Cardone's senior night. And looks like going to be offside.
Believe, yes, that will be the call here.
And they'll set up at the dot.
Penn State Berks.
Waiting for a guy to get on.
Unsure of who was taking this face-off.
It's going to be Strunk. Face-off won by the Nittany Lions, but immediately turned over, and Cardone might have another chance. As the official trying to get out of the way. Cardone, a chance, that goes wide. And you see some of the Bloomsburg faithful getting excited as Johnson will cover up.
Little shout out there to the Bloomsburg faithful. They got this group of guys right down here. They got all excited there.
Yeah, a couple of them. And funny enough.
No whistle was blown.
Yeah, no whistle blown.
But the play stopped. Maybe he tried to, didn't come out, who knows?
Well, either way, face-off, kick save by Johnson, good chance from Winters. Another chance, quick pass Cardone, Winters in another opportunity. Fandon a second chance, couldn't get it to go. And now here comes Penn State. Here's Brill, shot from the point, deflected. Great deflection by Kepley, and that deflected wide. And that's hard to do. Bandix will leave it. Chipping it around is Winters, and now here comes the 2-on-1. Bandix, could Cardone do it? Bandix to himself, that shot goes wide. Bandix kept the wrister for himself, and a nice hit from Winters. Dancing is Strunk. West will send it around, but can't clear it. Kepley, and a fly ball right into Keys' chest. He'll cover it up. And a 2-on-1. I thought Cardone was going to receive it. I thought maybe.
They really want him to get it. You can hear him when every time he touches the puck, they're getting excited, and they're trying to dish it to him as well. They really want him to get it.
Yeah, hopefully they don't fight with Bandix on the bench. Like, well, why did you keep it for yourself?
Yeah, right. Senior night, got to spread the wealth.
Yeah. But if he scored, I think it would have been another story. As that wraparound hits the side of the post. Good opportunity for the Nittany Lions, and now Getz 2-on-1. Getz. Weisgable by himself in the corner, but doesn't pass. He'll shoot, and Johnson makes the save, covers up. With 13-13 left in the game, as if Long as nothing fails, it looks like Bloomsburg will improve to 6-4, make it 2 straight wins, and will look to extend that win streak when February comes around against Gettysburg.
And
once the Alvernia game is rescheduled before that. And that pass turned over again. Here comes Weisgable looking for his 5th. That pass goes right to Johnson, and he'll just cover it up.
Almost a 5th goal for Weisgable.
Yeah.
Almost.
You see that sometimes in all forms of hockey, trying to pass it and just takes a weird bounce off the goalie and in. Almost just like a pass goal.
Yeah, almost had it there.
Face-off won by the Huskies. Krakalishi sends it down low. Weisgable, and couldn't get control. And Penn State will get into the neutral zone. Good pass by Lentz, and going to be offside.
That's the second offside this period for Penn State Berks, ain't it?
Yeah, I respect the pace of play that they're trying to go with, but you got to make sure all of your men are onside.
Yeah, and they haven't in this period at least.
And again, the third period, as a Penn State fan, you'd want them to come out firing on all cylinders, and instead it's kind of resorting back to the first period. The only difference is they are playing with more pace. They're just not staying onside and just still turning the puck over a lot. Here's Weisgable, and he's been really doing it all by himself when he has the puck, and he might just do it again. Weisgable, look at this, Jake. What a save by Johnson. And again, that nifty move in the slot, and a good glove save by Johnson, bouncing, and he'll cover it up.
Very nice save there by Johnson. Weisgable comes in and almost gets his 5th goal of the game, and then there's Getz right there for the one-timer.
Looking for the hat trick was Getz, and now Bloomsburg just going to have an entire facelift on the ice. They're going to have 5 new skaters.
Yeah, that'll be Joe West, Trent Winters, Emily Phillips, Derek Cardone, and I believe that's Krakalisi, or is it Bandix?
That's Bandix.
Yes. Couldn't see if it was 16 or 11.
Cardone, and another puck, a pass that goes right to Johnson. He'll cover it up.
They really want him to get it. You can tell.
I think we do. I think
we all do.
As you see, the Bloomsburg families, students, just Bloomsburg faithful, just in awe. You see people taking pictures of this game as a very special night for the Bloomsburg seniors and their family and friends. Here comes Winters. Dangles, had a stick on him, but was able to get it around, passed it down low to Cardone. And now Penn State will take over. Into the neutral zone is Strunk with speed. Strunk, and good defense by Winters. Lentz, and lost an edge. Dangles around. Cardone will pick it up. And Cardone and Bloomsburg might have numbers, but that ended quickly as West will regroup off the stick of Bandix, and Penn State will chip it in. Knocked down by Crawford. They send it around. Here's Jimmy Baker, as the only goal for Penn State came in that second period. Fighting for it down low is Kepley for Penn State. In the neutral zone, but Penn State still has it. They send it down. And Bloomsburg will take over. Here's Winters with speed. Cuts through 2 guys. Leaves it for Bandix. Bobbles it. Phillips keeps it in the zone. Will send it down, but is blocked by Penn State player. Goes down the other end of the ice. 10:30 to go. Icing waved off. As West, and you can see Bloomsburg really kind of just taking their time. That goes down for an icing. And going back to your point, I think at this point they might be just kind of chewing some clock, as they're not trying to overly exert themselves, that they have such a huge margin.
Right. Yeah. No. That's something you do in a game like this. You're up 9 goals. You want to make sure you don't do anything stupid to lead to this. You know. Again, it could happen. Lead being gone or any less of a lead.
So here's Wolsifer. with speed. Shot and a nice pad save by Johnson. Loose in the slot, but they'll send it down right to Keys. He'll use his paddle to stop the puck. And here comes Winters, putting on the brakes around Kepley. Winters keeping it for himself, cuts through 2 guys, using his speed around a 3rd guy. Still going, tried to force a pass, but a good block on defense by Brill disrupts that. Now behind the net is Getz. Quick pass, and that's deflected wide. And now Getz. Getz tried to pass it, fanned on it, able to leave it for Winters. Winters, shot down pass and shot down low to West, and that goes wide. And Bloomsburg just playing a little keep away in down low. One-timer and a good save from Johnson. That was West. He's trying to give the senior his 2nd of the night. Patient Weisgable, shot down low. Good save by Johnson. He'll reach out and cover it up with 9:05 to go in the game. Just 1 goal in this period. But as you could tell, Bloomsburg just kind of just purposely slowing their play down. They don't want to have any injuries. They're almost like those game managers you would see like in the NFL where like they make the right moves and they play quick when they have to be, like when the opportunity presents itself.
Right.
As right now they just want to manage this 9-goal lead. It's in the zone, as there you see Strunk dropped his stick, able to get it back. Shot from the point, that goes wide. Weisgable, nice saucer down low to Getz. Pass down low and just goes wide. Looking for Contardi. Weisgable hits the side of the net, chipping it around his Lentz. And Bloomsburg still keeping it in the zone. And Weisgable will have to regroup and reset in the neutral zone with 8:17 to go in the game. Wolsifer, good stretch pass. Got Weisgable. Johnson's going to come out and play it. Sends it around Weisgable. Getz as Cardone on the ice. We'll see if he can find the back of the net. Cardone battling for it. It's up in the air. And Getz will take over. And it's going to go down the other end of the ice. Keys will play it. Now it's 7:51 to go. Trying to keep it in is Penn State. They do not, but they still have possession. Dangling there is Lentz. Keys will play it low. Krakalishi. Nice by Zima. Uses the stick, keeps it in for Penn State. Tried to get it on net, it was blocked. And the few shots for Penn State continue. It's a 2-on-1. Cardone tried to get a pass. Actually goes off of Johnson, almost trickled in and had to squeeze the pads and covers up.
Yeah, he's trying to get every opportunity to score there. Every single opportunity. They're really trying to get him. Really trying to get him the goal.
But you know what? I respect Coach Elkins. He's been keeping him in a lot of this third period.
Yes, he has.
Trying to get him on the board. Tie up near the circle, and Penn State will win the faceoff. Here comes Brill. But immediately turned over. West with the nifty move, wrist shot and a save by Johnson. Bouncing around near the side of the net. West trying to play it. Fighting for it down low. They kick it out. Two Winners. Winners at the point, trying to get a deflection. Instead deflects off of Penn State. Still in front of the crease. In front, it's West in the slot. That goes wide. Spinning shot from Cardone, doesn't get on net, and Winners keeps it in. Winners, another chance at a save by Johnson. And slowly going to it is Strunk. Penn State trying to get a chance, and that pass goes right over the stick of Zima, and that will be icing. And again, this third period kind of going back to the first where Penn State, I think they're just gassed. Even Zima on that opportunity when it was rolling down for an icing, Zima, I don't know if he was limping or got a cramp or whatnot, but it seems like he's kind of slowing down on his skates a little bit.
I was going to say, I mean, that's also a test to not having enough guys to really rotate around, too.
And you got to think about how many minutes, like you said at the beginning, how many minutes they're going to be playing tonight. And another icing. As play will stop with 6:14 to go. As for Penn State Berks, it's been a tough start to their season. They had one home game against Franklin Marshall College, lost 6-3. And then their last 3 games before this one, all on the road, lost to Kutztown 3-1, Susquehanna 8-3, and then like we mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, Gettysburg 17-8. And a nice save by Johnson, pushed away after that point shot from West. And for Bloomsburg, 5:58 away from a senior night victory for Penn State, looking like they're going to drop to 0-5. And, you know, this has been a tough road trip for them. You know, probably missing home, hoping for some better hockey to come, as this just was not their night again tonight. And credit to the Huskies, they've been excellent offensively. The defense was great. Keys didn't have a lot of action, maybe the second period, but he was good when he had to be. Down low, there's shot goes wide. Baker could have gotten it, but it rolls out of the zone. Picked up by Brill and passed. And they chip it in. That's Strunk. And here comes Winters. Winters spinning. And lost it. Here comes Baker. Baker passing the slot and just fanned on it. Pass went right under his stick. Shot batted down by West. Still loose in the slot. And now the Huskies get it out. And again, they have numbers. Penn State looks gas. Cardone trying to get on the board. Shot just left. And you see the Bloomsburg faithful hoping for a goal. Johnson stumbling loose, and it rolls in. They score, and there it is. Cardone. It trickles in, and there is the senior quad. There it is. All four seniors.
The senior quad has
get
been
on the
completed.
board, and it's 11-1. And we were waiting for it, and it took like the most dramatic goal to get in.
Yes, it did. Wow, what a dramatic way to get that. But they do it. All 4 of them scored tonight, and that's couldn't have written it better ourselves.
So here at TJ Productions, we want to thank the hockey gods for
And it appears
giving
we'll have
this
a
to
penalty
Bloomsburg
here.
and a penalty still,
Trent Winters
nevertheless.
in the box, which didn't get an official calling on that penalty, but he serves his second penalty of the game. Not happy about that at all.
Well, all that celebration, now Bloomsburg is upset that there's another penalty. But 11-1 game, and now the officials are talking it over with the Penn State coaching staff. So I don't know if they're trying to figure out maybe, hopefully they don't take away the goal. I don't know if they're going to say that maybe the penalty happened before the goal. I don't know. We're going to see, but I'm assuming they're going to get, I think they're going to give it a goal.
And Winters will serve the penalty for the Huskies here.
But they are going to give the goal. So Darren Cardone, in TJ Production fashion, completes the senior quad as all 4 seniors with a point tonight. And it's a 11-1 game. And after all that, though, Penn State going to be on the power play for their 5th attempt tonight. And you got to think for Penn State, you know, boost their morale. You try and get 1 power play goal on the board.
And I believe the winner's penalty was some exchange of words after the celebration of the Cardone goal. You can hear him in the box, I'm sure you can, talking back to 28.
Good pass inside, Krakalishi, and a chance for Getz.
Almost.
And he'll cover it up.
But yeah, there was some definitely some exchange of words there to the Penn State Berks bench, and unfortunately Winters drew the penalty on that.
3:58 to go in this game, and it's all been Bloomsburg, 11-1. And here comes Penn State. Weisgable sends it around. And Little saucer pass from the point. That's over the net. That was Strunk with the shot. Another chance fanned on it. Nice dangles from Baker, and we're going to have another penalty.
I believe that's on Zach Getz. It's slashing there. Slashing her trip. It looked to be a slash.
So a 5-on-3. So tripping call.
Oh, tripping, okay. Knew it was going to be one of the two. And now senior Zach Getz will join Winters in the penalty box. And there they are. And they're discussing that the penalty, not very happy about it, but they're both in the box. So not much you can do about it now.
It's a good opportunity to catch up with your teammate. It's like, hey, I got a penalty. Hey, so did I. Here's Brill. Good chance, but broken up. Strunk. One-timer and a kick save by Keys as Lentz trying to get PSU their first power play goal of the night. Another chance over the net. Karam's in front. Another chance for Lentz. And goes over the net, and Bloomsburg will clear. So 2 good chances. 10 seconds left on the winner's penalty.
Winner's got to make sure he's paying attention there. He's too busy catching up with Getz.
So first penalty is over. Minute 10, and that is going to hit the netting out of play. So Penn State will have a minute 9 left on this power play. 0 for 5 tonight. And another opportunity. Karam off the glass. Like we saw against Lafayette, off the glass, Karam's right in front in that slot, and they just missed wide.
Yeah, and the puck was loose right in front of Keys there, and net was wide open, just no one there for it.
Face-off won by Bloomsburg. Using the body is Lentz to knock that down. Good move inside. A loose puck and just couldn't get a stick on it was Kepley. 54 seconds left on the power play. Lentz. And Bloomsburg will pitch this one out. And Brill will have to regroup in the neutral zone. Here's pass, entering the zone. Lentz, shot goes wide, bounces off the board, but stays behind the net. And a Penn State player loses an edge. That was Kepley. Brill and Krakalishi getting a little aggressive with each other. Krakalishi still hustling. Penn State keeps it in. Nice touch pass to Lentz. 18 seconds left on the power play. 1:47 to go in the game. Bloomsburg just trying to milk out the rest of this clock. That shot goes wide. Baker. Pass inside. Shot. Good save by Keys as Strunk tried to get on the board, and now a 2-on-1. Weisgable. Shot just over the net. Penalty expires.
And 0 for 6 on the power play. Penn State Berks is now.
And not what you want to see tonight as Zima drove in, but stripped away by the Huskies defense. They enter in the neutral zone. Weisgable. Weisgable might get another. Pass inside, loose. As Getz could not get it on net. 1 minute to go in this third period. As Bloomsburg just maybe going to start playing some keep away to milk this clock in front, and a nice save by Johnson, still loose. As Contardi took a big shot down low, was able to get up. Trying to knock it down, they do. Krakalishi, wrist shot, it was almost a knuckle puck. And Johnson will cover up. So 37 seconds for Bloomsburg. And with this performance, Jake, they're going to improve to 5-1 against non-division teams.
Wow.
It's been their year against out of the division, as you were going to say.
Out of the division, 5-1. Wow, that's it's crazy. Crazy to think about.
Penn State had possession and they lose it away, and that's been their struggle tonight. They just really haven't been able to keep the puck on their stick. So maybe our Hockey Wax sponsor could help them out. That's a nice save by Johnson. Krakalishi will keep it in. 14 seconds. Just going to do a little bit of cardio to burn this clock out. Krakalishi dancing right into Johnson's glove, and he'll cover up. And that's been some of the words I've been using tonight. Dancing senior.
The dancing seniors.
The dancing seniors. And they'll dance their way to a victory tonight, and actually a late penalty. And kind of shocked they called it with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, 6-7 seconds is the song playing in the rink right now.
Strunk will go to the box with 6-7 playing, and that will do it as the Huskies 11-1 dominate Penn State Berks Nittany Lions on senior night. What a win, what a game, as the Huskies improve to 6-4, now 5-1 against teams outside of the American Division, while Penn State Berks 0-5 and just cannot get a win. It was a tough game for Leo Johnson, tough game for this lineup, who definitely by the end of this game was gassed, as they have, a very slim lineup. But yeah, what are your final thoughts in this game, senior night for the Bloomsburg boys?
I mean, it's impressive that you get all 4 of your seniors to score. And, I got to give a big credit to the Bloomsburg defense. I mean, they allowed Tyler Keys to have a great freaking game. When you don't take that many shots in a game, you get some really nice saves. And, I got to give credit to the defense for the Huskies tonight. Defense played a huge factor in this win.
I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. My player of the game, and I think yours would be too, obviously, Gavin Weisgable with 4 goals and just
6th hat trick of the year.
Dominated.
Too. And talk about defense, he had a lot of big hits tonight. He was laying kids out. I mean, we didn't even talk about our goal scorer, Gavin Weisgable, playing some good defense tonight as well.
And definitely, to finish with this, another one of those, our keys of the game was the goaltending by Keys and the Bloomsburg defense, and they showed up as 1 goal, matches their lowest of the season that they've given up.
I was going to say, that's the least amount of goals they've scored all year.
And again, they're a team that gives up about 8 goals a game, and just excellent all around. And again, what a way to do it on senior night. But that's going to do it here on TJ Productions. Bloomsburg Hockey Huskies beat the Penn State Nittany Lions. Penn State Berks 11-1. I'm Corey Ayub, alongside me Jake Mills, and we will see you next time.
Which won't be for a little bit. Huskies have some time off, but till then, stay tuned to everything we do here on TJ Productions. Follow us on Instagram at TJ Productions and on X at TJPR. Have a good night.
TJ Productions, providing the best in sports and entertainment.